Alright, settle down, class has started. Everybody has their bell work done and they're ready to get going. You're quiet. There's too many people in here. We won't be productive if any of you are talking. Yesterday we did that online activity. It was a little bit interactive. Today we're going to be pretty quiet. The reason we're going to be pretty quiet is this was a very challenging lesson today. It's one of the most difficult ones of the year, in my opinion. Literal equations. Just the word literal kind of makes my skin crawl. So, what does it mean by literal equations? Let me get my book out, and I will write the definition too. It's right there on page 58. So our goal is to rearrange equations with what? With multiple variables. That's a problem.
And a liberal equation.
You stop back there in the corner. You guys stop. And you stop. And I think everybody will be pretty calm. Stop. Stop. Alright, so I just said what's making this section so difficult is this. It's multiple variables. There's more than one letter in every equation. And you know what? You guys stop. You're not talking. We're not even solving them. We're rearranging them. Okay? It's like you have furniture in a room. You got your dresser. You got maybe a little table next to your bed. You got your bed. And then every now and then you move it around. It makes you feel good and fresh, right? We're just moving things around. We're not even solving them today. That can be pretty difficult. All right, so our goal, rearrange equations with more than one letter. One letter is hard enough, but today we have more than one. The definition of literal equation on page 58 is, I got it, please don't talk. I shouldn't hear anybody, stop messing around. An equation that has two or more variables. A really famous literal equation, it's so famous, it's called a formula, is D equals R times T. That's distance equals rate times time. Thumbs up if you've heard of distance equals rate times time. I said thumbs up, I didn't say make noises. Distance equals rate times time, y'all haven't heard of that? Maybe you've heard of this one. Thumbs up if you've heard of this one. A equals L times W, which is area equals length times width. That's a literal equation. It's a famous literal equation. It's called a formula. Formulas are literal equations. The perimeter of a figure, a perimeter of a rectangle, is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. That's P equals 2L plus 2W. That's a literal equation, and it's a formula for perimeter. Okay? So a lot of our literal equations will be formulas. All right, let's go right to page. Nope. Here we go. We're going to go right into our classwork. Right now in silence, you're going to read example 1 and 2, and then you're going to do the even problems. Listen, you're going to sit silently or you're going to read. If I call on you, you can talk. There is research. There are people who research classrooms just like this. Students exactly your age that show that there are half of you who will not begin working. You will not read until it has been silent for 7 minutes. You will sit there and you will fiddle around with something and you will look around and you will ask to leave and you will mess around until the room has been silent for 7 entire minutes. You guys will not be silent for 7 minutes. Okay, so that means half of you are not going to read right now. All right, I'll be happy if I can get you to be silent for 3 minutes. Some of you will start reading after 3 minutes. Okay, let's see who. You're reading page 58, example 1 and 2. And you're going to try to do the even problems. You're going to look at it before I tell you about it. In silence. It's difficult in a room like this. Let's try it.
Oh, my God.
Here it is. If you don't have it with you today, this is page 58. This is the first example to look at. Without a comment. All right, I'm going to get into this a little bit now. Which does not mean you start talking. But let me explain what you're looking at. You pick one letter to get a loan. There's many of them. You'll be asked to get one alone. This is all about rearranging, like you rearrange a room. You're just moving things around. So for this first example, there's 3y plus 4x equals 9. Two letters. There's a y and an x. You'll be challenged to get one of them by itself. Sometimes it'll say get y by itself. Sometimes it'll say get x by itself. Here's the y that you're supposed to get alone. They've done it in blue. And then here's the line. All of this furniture, or all of these numbers, have to be moved to the other side of the line, and so y is left all alone. So we're moving things around. The first thing you move is anything that's connected to a plus or minus sign. So the 4x is connected to a plus sign, so they've canceled it through subtraction, and now it's over here. So this got canceled. You're left with just 3y now. There's only one number left with y. Divide both sides by 3, and now the 3 is canceled, and y is by itself. Where did this 3 come from? They actually divided 9 by 3 and got 3, whereas the 4 doesn't divide by 3, so a fraction was left over. That's how you do it. James, do you know where the 3 came from? Where? Okay. Yeah, leave it. If it doesn't divide, leave it up and down like that. All right, in this next one, there's 3 letters. The nerve of these people. They put an X. Oh no, it's just that there's 2 X's. I thought there was an X, Y, and Z. We got an X here, an X here, and a Z here. Man, this one's really difficult. Have you guys ever done reverse distribution? No. Reverse distribution. Yeah, let me show you reverse distribution. I bet you have done it, okay? Let's look at 5x plus 10. I'm going to reverse this. I'm going to think backwards. I'm going to go into history. I'm going to go in time, into history. I'm going to pull a 5 out, and this is x plus 2. Has anyone ever done reverse distribution? How do I know I did it right? Well, if I distribute, I end up with 5x plus 10. So when you reverse something, you take a factor and you pull it in front of parentheses. They've done that here with the letter X. And I think it's so clear because they put it in blue. There's an X here, an X here. Look what they did. They pulled it out. And what's left is 3, 5, and Z. Kind of cool, right? Now, what would happen if I distributed it back? It would be 3x and 3, 5xz. This is actually called factoring. Factor X or reverse distributive property. You take that common letter and you pull it out. Now that it's out here, again, this one says we're getting x alone. They're dividing an entire expression all at once. This is x times 3 plus 5z. So they're dividing it on both sides. It cancels. And this is the answer. Y divided by 3 plus 5z equals x. X is alone. Everything's been moved around the x alone. Let's try number 2. Uh-oh. I got answers. You finished it? Yes. Very well said. And that's why it doesn't say solve, it says rearrange. You're not going to get an answer. You're not going to get a number. There's too many. If there's more than one letter in the problem, you can't find an answer. You're just moving things. All right. For these, for number 2, we have to get y alone. So you have to find the letter. So I want everyone right now to put an arrow above y. We're on number 2. Draw an arrow above y. Put an arrow above y. I'm going to leave y here, and I'm going to move everything away from it. It gets put in a corner. It's going to get isolated. Everything's got to go away. So let's put our line in. Oh, shoot. I just said plus and subtraction first. This is a positive 2x right here. Don't look on the right side. Look on the left side. This is a positive 2x. In order to move it, I'm going to subtract it on both sides. Alright, so now to rewrite it, I'm not going to forget my minus sign. Negative 2y equals 5 minus 2x. Nevaeh, you finished this one? Let's go. What's left? Neil, what's left here? I still see my y. It's right here. How do I get rid of the negative 2 next to the y? If I was really trying to solve it, yes. But I'm just trying to rearrange it. This is multiplication. This is negative 2 times y. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide negative 2 to cancel it. And now here's y by itself. And I have 5 minus 2x over negative 2. Box it. It's done. We're rearranging. We're not solving. When there's more than one letter, you can't solve. You're only moving. You good? You follow any of that? Yeah. You can do that with that distraction? Can you follow me with the distraction next to you? You can do that? No. Do it under your bulwark, maybe. All right, let's head to 4. Look at the directions. The directions are really important. This says solve for x. So this time, I'm putting my arrow above x. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them. Yay. There's 2 of them. You can't combine like terms. So these are the same 5x's minus 4x is how many x's? 2 x's. It's just 1x. Do we need to write 1 or can we make that invisible? 2. Yeah. now X is allowed. Alright, here we go. Number 6, that's a doozy. X, KX, and Y. Is everyone ready for number 6? We good? Does anybody not want me to start number 6 yet?
Why are we not doing number 1?
I just said sorry.
Oh, we do that?
That was part of what I said earlier. Alright, here I go. This is number 6, last one. Must be the most challenging if it's the last one in there, right?
It is.
Alright.
I see 4.
Area above X. I see it in 2 places. This is what I'm trying to get alone. You guys really ready to start? This is the most difficult one, so let's do it.
This one I know. Why you mean? No, what you talking for?
Alright, so I have this, I'm trying to get these alone. I have this weird 3 here. Let's just get rid of the 3. That seems kind of easy. It's a positive 3. Let's subtract it. And I still got this X and this X. Those are the things I'm trying to get alone.
The K.
Who's got a question? Any of you have a question? Okay. It could help everybody. It sounds like you had a good one. So. If you can if you can make like some people have so many questions they don't even know how to say them, you know. So the ones who can figure out how to ask a question, they're helping everybody out. So if you can figure out a question, help everybody out. Okay.
Bro, why do you talk so much, bro?
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna pull this stretch. This is brand new to you, okay? This is brand new. I'm gonna pull the reverse distribution. Reverse distribution. There's an X in both of these. Yeah, take your earbud out. Alright, I'm gonna pull an X out. Instead of distribute in, you pull it out. Put it out in front of these things. The 5 is still there, the K is there, the equal sign is there, and the Y minus 3 is there. I am one step away from getting X alone. That was a big deal. We had 2 X's, and when you pull it out, you end up with only 1 X. That's important. We're down to 1 X. Now, this is multiplication because, like I said, it's reverse distribution. The reason this is legal is because if I put it back in, I get exactly what I started with. So now my last move is I'm going to divide 5 minus K on both sides of this, and I'm going to cancel out both of those at the same time. Boom, boom. And now I have X equals my Y minus 3 over 5 minus K. Pretty cool.
So this is our homework will be like.
Yes, you know what? Let me write on the assignment wall. Did you write the assignment down?
What's that? Is it like 63?
Who wrote it down? Somebody over here wrote it down?
You know what?
All right, you're quiet. You're quiet. I'm gonna now put up answers from yesterday's work. Here's 15 and 16. It's too much to look at. I'll highlight the answers. Are you gonna grade it? Yeah, I'm walking around today. I said yesterday I was gonna check both of these today. Right now I am checking page 51.
Come on, bro.
You're gonna have an extra day to make it up. But the first part, I'm typing that was assigned to me.
You did not read the first one.
I knew what I thought. I don't have any headphones, so I couldn't listen to it.
Yeah, I said you were brother. He said yes. He said
You know
Saturday.
what? You know what? And everybody, you lose a point for outside conversations if they actually have work to listen to that free time.
Miss, you ready?
So you're on page 63, 1 through 10. So I'm
63.
taking points. It might not look like I am, but I am. I don't care. I've seen you did. I've seen you face. You did.
Shut up.
This is the first piece of work.
Wait, if you're liking that.
Oh, bro, you got the answers.
I know.
Anybody else?
Oh, I had this not like have three things.
Having bad job at I still go into school. Oh, boy, I need to take off more time.
Supposed to get credit? I just click on the answer.
You just got that.
I don't get credit for something else.
I won't get my friend. Except put A, B, or something.
At least I did. Okay, the answer, right?
You said number one.
Okay, any later.
You're so good.
I can't hear you.
I need to talk to them.
Oh, but that's all over you. I can't hear you. What?
That's what I heard. I swear you said. Oh.
Y'all are quiet.